Arsenal Fan TV here for the unofficial Champions League draw. And I'm here and joined by my brother, Stephen. This is a pretty famous guy, actually. You won't know him by his face, but he's actually the editor of a very famous program, football program on TV. But I won't tell you. I won't tell him which one it is. But I love talking football with this guy. When we sit down and we talk about football. So I thought, who better to do the unofficial Champions League draw with than my brother Steve?
Who better? Yeah. Let's go for it.
Right. First of all, what I'm going to talk about is the teams that we could face. Mm-hmm. Now, we messed up the group again. We didn't finish top of the group.
Yeah.
Due to that flopping over there in Naples. Lost 2-0, so we haven't finished top of the group. And yet again, for another season, we're going to face some very difficult teams, potentially.
Yeah.
Right? So, let's take a look at them. The obvious one, the team that we always seem to get, Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah.
What do you reckon if we got Barcelona? How are they performing at the moment?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to talk about the other teams in turn, but actually, given all of the other teams that have finished top of the group that we could end up playing, it might sound a bit perverse, but maybe Barcelona's the best draw. I mean, they're still brilliant.
Barcelona the best draw?
Well, just maybe. I mean, they're still brilliant. Barcelona, obviously, got fantastic players. Messi may well be back from his injuries. Neymar, we know all the names, but maybe they're just sort of going along on that sort of level that they've been on for the last few years, and also, maybe teams know how to play Barcelona a little bit better because, let's face it, everybody knows what they're all about. I mean, they
destroyed Celtic 6-1.
They dismantled Celtic. I mean, Celtic were already out, lacking a bit of motivation and so on and so forth. When Celtic had played Barcelona before, Celtic had actually done reasonably well, depriving their players of space and time, working hard, closing them down, shutting them down, stopping them from playing. There is a formula for beating Barcelona, which other teams have shown. The German sides, in previous years. And if you look at some of the other teams that have finished at the top of their group, Atletico Madrid also from Spain. You might sort of think, well, Cavani's gone or whatever, and they're doing really, really well.
They got, of course, Diego Costa, who's a player who's been linked to Arsenal, who's been banging in the goals this season.
Yeah, and they seem made for the Champions League. They came through their group really, really well. They're almost sort of, there's only one Italian team left in the Champions League, but like Atletico Madrid are kind of like an Italian team, the way how they play. They're tight defensively. They'll be a tough side to play in Europe, and they're on an upward curve.
And then, of course, there's Real Madrid. Don't forget in Real Madrid, Ronaldo, Isco, and Gareth Bale. Yeah. Now, I personally wouldn't want to end up facing them. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to get them.
They're most people who I've spoken to, Real Madrid are their tip to win the Champions League this year. They look ridiculously strong. They can hurt you. They got so many, quality players, both flanks, Ronaldo on one, Bale on the other, Isco, like you said. And they're also tight defensively. They're a strong side. Paris Saint-Germain, again, another side who are playing really well. Another
Zlatan
team, Ibrahimovic, they're on an upward curve again, kind of thing. So, it's a poison chalice. All of those sides are magnificent teams. I mean,
and you're forgetting one team, Bayern Munich. Of course, a team that, all right, we went away there last year and we beat them, but they destroyed us in the home leg. And all right, Manchester City beat them the other day, but like you said, they were already through. On their day, they can destroy teams. Probably the most complete team in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, Bayern Munich, as you said, Manchester City beat them. They're beatable, but they're very, very difficult to beat. I think how it works out, isn't it, that finishing second in the group, that we don't get that sort of away. The second match.
First leg will be at the Emirates, and then the second leg away. So again, that makes it harder to get through.
So looking at all of them, as I said before, it's a ridiculously tough draw. I mean, that Europe's elite are getting stronger and stronger. So it was really important to actually finish at the top of that group, and they're all going to be really, really tough matches. I would say, again, as perversely, Barcelona would be the best draw. But hey, look, you know,
Barcelona.
Arsenal fans have got to remember, right, that Arsenal went to Dortmund and won in Dortmund. And this was before Dortmund had all their injuries and whatever. You know, Arsenal went to Dortmund and won in Dortmund. And before that game, you know, most people were saying there's no way that Arsenal are going to go to Dortmund and get a result out there.
I don't want to get Barcelona. I don't want to get Barcelona. I don't know what it is, man. They just seem to beat us all the time. And I wouldn't like to draw Barcelona, and I don't want to get Real Madrid. I fancy us against PSG. I think if we get, you know, listen, they've got some great players. They've got Edison Cavani, Ibrahimovic. They've got the players, Mora. But I fancy us against them. I think that they're still fairly new team to the Champions League. We're an experienced Champions League team. And I fancy we could get a result in the first leg and go there and get through. I fancy us also against Atletico Madrid. Like you said, they're flying, great team. But why can't we go to Atletico Madrid? We're flying as well. We're near the top. We're at the top. Why can't we go there and get a result? So against them two, I fancy us. I don't really want to draw Bayern, Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's my personal opinion. But we're going to do now the unofficial draw, right? Live here on Arsenal Fan TV. Let me do the music. Bum, 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 bum. The champions. Right. Here's our bowl, right? And in this bowl are the teams, right? And whoever you draw out, this is who we're going to get.
Right, so whoever I pick out, this is who Arsenal are going to be playing the next
This is our unofficial draw, right?
Yeah.
I'm Michel Platini right now.
Yeah, so Arsenal have already come out, so it'll be Arsenal versus...
It'll be Arsenal versus whoever you draw out.
Right, I'll give it a little...
Give it a little stir around.
A little shake. You should see they are all in there. Give it a little shake.
Your wife's bowl.
Okay.
Right,
I'll
reveal the team that you have drawn.
And the team that I have drawn are...
Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid.
Now listen, I fancy us against Atletico Madrid. If we get Atletico Madrid, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. You know what? Let me draw one. Let me draw one in the unofficial. You've drawn that.
Yeah.
Put it back in. Put it back in.
Well, what if they come out again?
If they come out again, that means we're definitely going to get Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
Right here. Shuffle it.
There you go. Shake it.
All right, I'll shuffle it around. Yeah, you hold it actually.
I'll
shuffle it around. Right. Right. Let me see what we got here. Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Oh, no. That's a nightmare scenario.
No, well, like I said, my view is Barcelona, there's familiarity in football, right?
No.
Familiarity in football. We know what Barcelona are going to bring. They're going to be brilliant. We know exactly what they've got.
I don't want brilliant.
They're going to be brilliant. You think about it, you know, you're Arsene Wenger and you're the Arsenal coaching staff and even the Arsenal players. They will know more about how to play against Barcelona and get a result than they will against Atletico Madrid. All of these sides are flying at the moment. They're all doing really, really, really well. We saw last year in the Champions League that, you know, teams had devised a formula to beat Barcelona. Barcelona didn't have it all their own way last year in the Champions League before they got knocked out in the end, you know, in Germany and so on. So, you know, they're beatable. You know, I want to play. I would rather play. Again, I keep saying, sounds perverse. I would rather play one of those teams. Actually, I'd rather be playing Galatasaray.
You know what's weird? You know what's weird? We both said.
I'd rather be playing one of those teams. You know, a team like Barcelona, who we know about, than one of those teams who are on this upward curve in Europe. You know what's weird? Atletico Madrid. That's a bad
At the start of it, I said I wouldn't mind getting Atletico or PSG, and I drew and I drew Barcelona actually, and you said you wanted Barcelona, and I've drawn it, and you drew Atletico Madrid. So you never know. We might, one of us, get our wish. Of course, the main draw is going to take place on Monday, and we will find out who Arsenal have drawn in the Champions League. But me personally, I'd be happy with Atletico Madrid or PSG. And my brother Steve, you're going Barcelona.
Yeah, Arsenal to draw Barcelona in the Champions League, to win the first leg at home 2-0. And then to go away and get a result in the Nou Camp. And can I just say, by the way, the last time we played Barcelona in the Champions League, it was a Nicholas Bentner shot on target away from Arsenal going through. Let's not forget that.
What a brilliant place to end it. Thanks for watching the unofficial Arsenal Fan TV Champions League draw. It's one of them two teams we're going to get, but all will be revealed. Don't forget to leave your comments below. I'd really like to know who you would like to draw. And also, if you think we can go far in the Champions League this year, I mean, that's the most important thing. We don't want to just be in this thing every year. We want to win it, or we want to go far in it. Can we do that this year? Leave it in the comments below. Subscribe to it. Thank you very much to my brother. Thank you for letting me in your house.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
The unofficial Champions League draw here on Arsenal Fan TV.